I don't think we ever totally overcome self-doubt.
No.
But I think we need to know what to do, how to recognize it, what to do when we do recognize it, what are the effects on our emotions and on our choices. What do we do once we see it? How do we get back on the rock of certainty?
Yeah.
How do we actually, move forward? But what does doubt actually mean? Double-mindedness. That's what doubt means.
Mm-hmm.
That we have two minds, two thoughts, two beliefs that about the same thing. And those two beliefs are actually in conflict with one another.
Mm-hmm.
Self-doubt is double-mindedness about yourself, about your worth, your value, the significance you have in this world, what you can expect, your competence, all of your relationship with God, all of that. So it's having two thoughts about who you are. The first thing is to become aware that you're feeling this. Self-doubt produces a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a feeling of unworthiness,
Yes.
inadequacy, insecurity. You don't feel grounded. And so you have to become aware.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we hear that we have to stay positive. Don't let any fear get in. Don't let any doubt get in. Don't pay attention to negative emotions. And so what people end up doing is sweeping them under the carpet, ignoring them, berating themselves for even having them.
Yeah.
That doesn't do any good. So the first thing really is to become aware, more conscious of your negative emotions surrounding this, and acknowledge it and accept it. This is not giving more fuel or power to it, it's actually diffusing it. So the second step really is, I call welcoming it. I'm not saying wallow in it.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between welcoming it and wallowing it.
Yeah.
Wallowing in it is you're giving it more power. Welcoming it is saying, all right, I see why you feel this way. I see where this comes from. I understand. It's devoid of any judgment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If you start to judge yourself, because people judge themselves thinking that is going to make them better. Thinking if I beat myself up about this, I won't do it anymore.
Yeah. Mm.
But you've just compounded the problem.
Yeah.
So you have to extend unconditional love to yourself.
Mm.
We have a false self and a true self. The false self wants to beat you up because they think that that's going to be the way to make you improved and better.
Mm.
Your true self is connected to God. God wants you to see yourself as He sees you, which is full of love and grace and favor. And this is the third step. Let's surrender this to our loving God. Let's take all this negativity and these emotions and let's put it on a silver platter. And let's lift it up to Him and say, thank you for taking this. Thank you that I don't have to carry this shame and this guilt and this insecurity. 1 John 4 says, perfect love casts out fear. Because fear has to do with punishment.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
If we have a view of God as a punishing God, this isn't going to work for you. But if you have God as an accepting, unconditionally love, God that favors you, this will be great relief. Like there's nothing you can do that is going to surprise Him, that's going to shake Him,
No.
that's going to disturb Him. You know?
Yeah.
We can't disappoint God because God knows everything. What you do is you surrender this to God. And like I said, sometimes I imagine myself as even a child, and I put all these negative emotions on a silver platter and I send it up to Him. Then what you do is receive back His love. you receive back His validation of you. And that validation is so powerful that anybody else's validation pales in comparison. Once you do that, now you're at a place of power. You've just stepped into next level power, next level identity. And now with that, what is God calling you to do? And it could be a big mission. It could be a small change and a shift in a relationship. That's basically how to overcome it. But it takes practice, and it takes awareness, and it takes a lot of love. The bottom line is this. It's knowing the unconditional love of God. Okay? That is ultimately the cure. When we really bask in the unconditional love of God, then you start to notice you don't feel quite as insecure. You're willing to take more chances.
Yeah.
You're willing to forgive yourself for mistakes that you made, right? You're willing to put yourself out there and not be afraid of people's judgment.